Hello everyone and welcome to the 6th episode of my mod tutorials. Today we're going to be looking at lava power. Now last time I told you about oil power. This week I'm going to be telling you about an altogether different way of making power. Now this is a bit of a simpler setup. It doesn't need an aqueous accumulator, it doesn't need coolant. If we go into our inventory, we can see that all it needs is hot fluids, and the easiest hot fluid to get is just lava. So you might be thinking, but how do I get lava? I have to go to the nether and set up a pump and then pump it back through with tesseracts, and they're expensive. But no, Minefactory here to save the day. All you're going to need is a lava fabricator. Now, to craft these, you need some magma cream. So yes, you will still have to go to the nether, but you don't have to set up all that complicated and expensive machinery. Some plastic sheets, which are crafted by making raw plastic, which is made by smelting rubber bars, which is made by smelting rubber or balls of glue or rubber from any other mod. So, you're also going to need a machine frame. Now, I suggest that you make quite a few of these, as they are needed for almost every Minefactory machine. And finally, you're going to need a redstone reception coil. Now, this is very simple. It's just redstone, gold, and redstone. The last thing you're going to need for this is some obsidian. And there isn't that it's being strange like that, it's just because I have chisel. Now, that's just normal obsidian. So, the magmatic dynamo. This is the one that will actually create the power. What you need is basically a lot of invar. So you're going to need some invar gears, which are invar around iron, one redstone transmission coil, which is just redstone and silver, and some redstone. So, the actual setup, as we can see here, I have a lava fabricator and some fluid ducts going from the side of the lava fabricator into my magmatic dynamo. Now, if we go into the magmatic dynamo, we can see that it has a tank. Now, this is where the lava will come into. Unlike the compression dynamo, which I showed you in my last tutorial, it doesn't have two tanks. It does need a coolant and something to power it. It only needs something to power it. So it's an altogether simpler and cheaper way of making power. And now, if we just go into this lava fabricator, we can see that it's got plenty of energy because I have a creative energy cell on top of it. And it's got a liquid inventory to store the lava, like most Minefactory machines. And it's got an idle time. Now if we switch this on, come on, switch on. Never mind. Go into the lava fabricator, we can see that it's going to idle down. Got to keep idling down, and then we can see that when it starts up, lava is going to come through this fluid duct. And if we go into the magmatic dynamo, we can see that there's lava in this tank and it's full and it's creating power. Now nothing's filled up in the internal buffer, because as you can see I have some redstone energy conduits hooked up to an empty, or previously empty, redstone energy cell. And now we can see that that's got 28,000 of its 40 million odd supply. So you might be thinking, well, I can just use steam dynamos. It's quite easy just to pump some water in. And I just need wood. I showed you that in my first tutorial. But this power system is a bit more compact and a bit less complicated. You don't need harvesters to pipe in all your charcoal and stuff. So if you're tight for space and you don't have that many resources, then this is a bit of a more compact and maybe more cheaper way to make power. But if you're going to have a lot of dynamos, say 11, 12, 13 dynamos, then you're probably best off using steam dynamos, which I showed you in my first tutorial, because they only need one source of fuel. This needs always a source of fuel for every single dynamo, because I suppose you could use it for 2 dynamos, but by the time you've used it for about 3 dynamos, the lava's getting a bit low, so you're going to need to have a lava fabricator every 2 dynamos, which is a bit expensive. So, thanks for watching.